Kim Yoo jung collapses suddenly, fans in panic. What if the price of stardom wasn't just fame, but the very breath you take on a rain-soaked set, collapsing under the weight of a role that devours your soul? In the heart of Seoul's bustling film lots, where spotlights pierce the November chill like accusatory fingers, Kim Yoo jung, the ethereal force behind Korea's most intoxicating new drama, did just that. Fainting not once, but twice during the grueling shoot of episode 3 for Dear Ex. It's a moment that lingers like a half-remembered nightmare, stirring a cocktail of awe and heartache in anyone who's ever chased a dream to its breaking point. The crew watched in stunned silence as she pushed through an outdoor scene, her lithe frame buckling against the relentless demands of a character who mirrors her own unyielding spirit. One can't help but feel a shiver of empathy. Here is a woman whose dedication borders on the divine, yet it exacts a toll that whispers of human fragility amid the glamour. The incident, whispered through the industry's grapevine and splashed across headlines just a day prior on November 16th, unfolded like a scene from the very thriller she inhabits. Dear Ex, the pulsating 19-plus sensation gripping viewers since its November 6th premiere on TVING has catapulted to the top of Korea's drama charts, blending psychological noir with raw emotional carnage. Episode 3, with its labyrinthine attic set evoking dusty secrets and suppressed screams, proved the tipping point. After the first collapse outdoors, amid wind-whipped takes that left her soaked and shivering, she rallied, her eyes fierce with that trademark resolve. But the second fainting, in the claustrophobic confines of the recreated attic room, halted everything. Crew members hovered like guardians, their faces etched with concern, murmuring about her gaunt cheeks and the hollows under her eyes that seemed to deepen with every retake. It's profoundly moving, this glimpse behind the veil. Yoo jung's transformation isn't just skin deep. It's a metamorphosis that reshapes her very silhouette, a testament to how art can carve away at the artist until only shadows remain. Whispers among the staff turned to gentle prods. "Why does your face look so drawn?" they'd ask, voices laced with the quiet alarm of those who've seen too many stars burn out. Her gaze, once sparkling with the innocence that earned her the enduring moniker, Nation's Little Sister, now carries a haunted edge, sharpened by immersion into Jin, the drama's enigmatic anti-heroine. Observers noted it immediately, the subtle shift in her eyes, from wide-eyed wonder to a piercing, predatory glint that unnerves even in casual interviews. It's exhilarating to witness such evolution, yet it tugs at the heartstrings, reminding us that true brilliance often blooms from soil enriched with sacrifice. Yoo jung herself, in a candid post-shoot reflection, admitted the role's grip, hours of method-acting solitude replaying traumas that echo her character's fractured psyche, left her physically adrift. The weight loss, stark and undeniable, isn't vanity's ploy, but the byproduct of embodying a woman whose beauty is both weapon and wound, a fragility that blooms into ferocity. This isn't the first time the spotlight has dimmed for Yoo jung under health's unforgiving glare. Her journey, spanning over 2 decades, is a tapestry woven with triumphs shadowed by trials that test the spirit's elasticity. Born on September 22, 1999, in the vibrant hum of Seoul, she entered the world as the younger sibling in a family where creativity pulsed like a second heartbeat. Her older sister, a budding artist, inadvertently launched Yoo jung's path by entering her in a children's beauty contest at age 5, where the little girl's radiant smile snagged the most popular award. It's a charming origin story, evoking that warm glow of serendipity, yet it belies the precocious pressure that followed. By 4, she was modeling for confectionery ads, her cherubic face beaming from billboards, a pint-sized ambassador for sweetness in an industry that devours the tender. Acting beckoned in 2003 with a minor role in the family drama Little Women, but it was her poignant turn as the young version of a resilient orphan in Wedding that hinted at the depth simmering beneath her doll-like exterior. Watching archival clips now, one feels a tender ache for that child, already intuiting the world's harsh script. Her ascent as a child actress was meteoric, a whirlwind of Saguk opulence and modern heartaches that cemented her as a prodigy whose empathy transcended age. In 2010, at just 10, she slipped into the silken robes of young Gumja in Dongyi, the MBC hit that chronicled a palace maid's rise to queenly grace. Yoo Jung's portrayal, all wide-eyed curiosity laced with quiet steel, earned her early whispers of genius. It was a role that demanded poise amid historical pomp, and she delivered with a maturity that left directors spellbound. Scenes of whispered conspiracies in candlelit chambers where her tiny frame conveyed empire's weight. The following year brought Hwang Jin-yi, another Saguk gem, where she embodied the titular Giseng's youthful fire, her dances fluid as willow branches, her tears authentic as autumn rain. It's impossible not to marvel at her then, a girl navigating adult intrigues with the intuition of someone twice her years. Her performances weren't mimicry, but revelations, peeling back layers of joy and sorrow with effortless grace. But it was 2012's The Moon Embracing the Sun that etched her into the nation's collective heart, a crown jewel in her juvenile crown. As the young Hum-soo, a shaman princess torn between love and destiny, Yoo Jung navigated a web of royal betrayals and mystical yearnings with a luminescence that outshone the drama's star-studded cast. The series, a cultural juggernaut that swept awards seasons, saw her opposite future heavyweights like Park Yoo-chun and Han Ga-in. Yet it was the child's unfiltered emotion, gasps of betrayal, sighs of forbidden affection, that stole breaths. Fans still rhapsodize over her chemistry in moonlit garden scenes, where innocence clashes with inevitability, evoking a bittersweet nostalgia for lost youth. That nickname, Nation's Little Sister, crystallized here, a badge of affection from grandparents to teens, symbolizing purity in a cynical world. It's heartwarming, this universal embrace, a rare alchemy where talent fosters family-like bonds across generations, making her not just an actress, but a shared heirloom. Transitioning from child stardom's gilded cage to teen roles brought its own tempests, yet Yoo Jung surfed them with a diligence that borders on legend. May Queen, in 2012, cast her as a scrappy orphan in Incheon's shipyards, her salt-kissed defiance a far cry from palace silks, showcasing a versatility that thrilled critics. Then came Painter of the Wind in 2013, Homage, where she revisited Shin Yeon-bok's artistic odyssey, brushstrokes of rebellion mirroring her own quiet rebellion against typecasting. By 2015, Angry Mom unleashed her comedic bite as a high school avenger, trading tears for tart quips in a revenge romp that had audiences cheering her feisty evolution. It's invigorating to trace this arc, the way she sheds saccharine shells for multifaceted gems, each role a stepping stone polished by relentless rehearsal. Off-screen, her work ethic shone, arriving sets at dawn, memorizing lines in limos, always with that polite bow and soft-spoken "안녕하세요." No scandals in 20 years, a rarity in K-entertainment's minefield, speaks volumes. It's a quiet rebellion against the chaos, earning her the quiet reverence of peers who see in her a beacon of integrity. Love, inevitably, became her canvas in 2016's Love in the Moonlight, a Joseon-era romance that catapulted her to Hallyu heights alongside Park Bo-gum's princely charm. As Hong Ra-on, the cross-dressing court lady tumbling into royal intrigue and tender kisses, Yoo Jung blended wit, whimsy, and wrenching vulnerability into a portrayal that felt like summer's first bloom. The chemistry crackled, stolen glances in lantern-lit halls, banter sharp as hidden daggers, igniting fan forums into frenzied speculation. Awards poured in. Best New Actress at the APAN Star Awards, Excellence nods at KBS, her name synonymous with Saguk revival. Yet beneath the laurels lurked shadows. Promotions for the concurrent film Because I Love You unearthed health's cruel underbelly. Late that December, exhaustion from dual juggernauts felled her. hospitalized twice in a week for stress-induced shock and a merciless cold. Her antibiotic allergy barring even basic relief. She toughed it out, enduring feverish nights without meds, her body a battlefield of resilience. It's gut-wrenching to recall, this glimpse of a 17-year-old weathering public scrutiny amid physical siege. Co-star Cha Tae-hyun, the veteran from My Sassy Girl whose paternal warmth defined rom-coms, reached out via heartfelt message. Kim Yoo jung is sick again. I hope you all cheer her up. His words, simple as a brother's hug, cut through the frenzy. A reminder that in this solitary craft, solidarity mends what spotlights shatter. The agency's swift cancellations, press junkets shelved, schedules pruned, spoke of protective fervor. Yet controversy nipped at her heels, with netizens dissecting her weary demeanor at events as rudeness. It was a storm she navigated with grace, emerging scarred but stronger. Her thyroid dysfunction diagnosed soon after in 2018, prompting a hiatus for treatment and rumored surgery. Hypothyroidism's fatigue, a thief in the night, forced her to confront mortality's whisper at 18. Rest became her reluctant co-star. Months of quiet recovery in Seoul's green fringes, away from flashing bulbs. Fans rallied, their letters a deluge of encouragement, turning potential pity into a chorus of unwavering faith. It's profoundly humanizing, this interlude, stripping the idol of invincibility to reveal a young woman relearning her rhythms, emerging with a gaze tempered by trial. By 2020, she roared back in Backstreet Rookie, a bubbly rom-com where her candy store clerk traded palace poise for street-smart sass, opposite Ji Chang-wook, her laughter a balm after battles. The Rose levity, all ice cream mishaps and flirtatious fumbles, felt like exhale, yet laced with the depth only adversity forges. Adulthood's mantle settled fully with 2023's My Demon, a supernatural romp where she embodied Do Do Hee, a chaebol heir entangled with a brooding demon played by Song Kang. Their enemies to lovers tango, fiery clashes in penthouse spires, tender truces under starry skies, netted her Best Actress at the SBS Drama Awards, a crown for bridging whimsy and wistfulness. Critics lauded her command, the way she infused corporate cunning with childlike wonder, her wardrobe of power suits and flowing gowns of visual symphony. It's thrilling to see her command the frame now, no longer the supporting bloom, but the garden's fierce heart. That same year, Netflix's A Good Day to Be a Dog saw her as a cursed veterinarian navigating werewolf woes and second-chance romances, her vulnerability raw as a full moon's pull. And who could forget 20th Century Girl, the 2022 time capsule romance where she voiced a teen sleuth's heartfelt quest, her narration a thread of nostalgic ache. Each project layers her legacy, a mosaic of moods from mirthful to melancholic, always with that core sincerity that disarms. Enter Chicken Nugget, her 2024 foray into absurd comedy, a body swap romp where she transforms into a fast food fowl, opposite An Jae-hong. Her physical comedy, flapping escapades and bewildered clucks, a riotous departure that had theaters roaring. It's liberating, this comedic pivot, a flex of range that proves her chameleon skin. Beneath the slapstick lies a poignant probe of identity, mirroring her own metamorphoses. Fans devoured it, hailing her fearlessness in embracing the grotesque, a far cry from the polished poise of yore. Yet it's Dear X that marks her boldest reinvention, a seismic shift Korean media trumpets as her emancipation from the little sister yoke. As Baek Ah-jin, the outwardly flawless celebrity whose public facade of angelic allure conceals a psyche scarred by childhood's brutal chisel, abuse's echoes forging a manipulator who wields charm like a scalpel. Yoo jung unleashes a performance that's equal parts mesmerizing and menacing. Ah-jin's trajectory, from traumatized ingenue leveraging her porcelain beauty to infiltrate showbiz's viper pit, to a power-hungry force trampling rivals in a ascent slick with deceit, demands a visceral surrender. The drama, co-directed by Lee Young-bok of Goblin fame and Park So-hyun, unfolds as a mellow thriller tapestry, with co-stars Kim Young-dae as the obsessive enabler and Kim Do-hoon as the unraveling conscience, their entanglements a storm of seduction and sabotage. Viewers, hooked from the premiere's pulse-pounding tableau, a birthday gala devolving into slaps, whispers, and a collapse that foreshadows Ah-jin's inner chaos, have erupted in fervor. Social spheres buzz with awe. Kim Yoo-jung's gaze could curdle milk, chilling brilliance. One forum fervent declares, while another confesses, "I loathe Ah-jin, yet ache for her. Yoo-jung's made me her captive." The 19+ rating liberates unflinching dives into psychological abysses, flashbacks of Ah-jin's youth, where innocence shatters under familial fists, birthing a craving for dominion that devours all in its wake. Yoo-jung's embodiment is surgical. Surface fragility and poised smiles and fluttering lashes, erupting into cunning monologues that slither like smoke. It's shocking, this shedding of sweetness for something sinisterly seductive, yet utterly compelling. One senses the liberation in her, a cathartic roar after years of genteel confines. Behind-the-scenes glimpses, her poring over webtoon source material, sketching Ah-jin's fractured mind maps, reveal a method actress at peak potency. Her immersion so profound, it altered her aura. Staff swearing her laughter now carries a sly undercurrent. The drama's allure lies in its mirror to fame's underbelly. Ah-jin's public perfection, a meticulously curated illusion, crumbles to reveal the rot of unresolved wounds. Her manipulations not malice, but survival's scar tissue. She ensnares allies and annihilates adversaries with equal elegance. A whispered promise here, a calculated leak there, climbing from obscurity to A-list apex. Her beauty the bait, her ruthlessness the hook. Co-star dynamics amplify the frenzy. Hwang In-yup's arc, tumbling into her web in later episodes, brews a toxic brew of desire and dread, their scenes crackling with unspoken perils. Streaming on TVING, the series has shattered viewership records. Its glossy visuals, neon-drenched red carpets, shadowed attics heavy with confession, paired with a score that throbs like a migraine, ensuring binge-worthy grip. Fans, spanning the generational spectrum that has cradled Yoo Jung since her toddling days, revel in this rupture. Elders mourn the lost ingenue, yet applaud the grown savant, while youth herald her as iconoclast, shattering the little sister glass ceiling with gleeful shards. Reflecting on her path, one can't ignore the poetry in this pinnacle. A girl who debuted whispering lines in oversized hanboks now commands monologues that echo with existential thunder. Her allergy to antibiotics, a quirky footnote from those 2016 fevers, underscores her tenacity. Colds that sideline others became her stubborn companions, weathered without chemical truce. The thyroid saga of 2018, a hush-hush battle with hormonal havoc, taught her body's lexicon anew. Fatigue's fog lifting only through disciplined repose, paving the way for roles that demand not just presence, but presence amplified. It's inspiring, this alchemy of adversity into artistry. Yoo Jung emerges not unbroken, but beautifully reforged, her scars subtle scripts, enhancing every nuance. In Dear Ex, Ah-jin's dark past, abuse's alchemy turning victim to viper, resonates as meta-commentary. The actress channeling her own guarded chapters into a character whose power lust is laced with pathos. As episodes unfurl, revealing Ah-jin's web of whispers and wreckage, the line blurs between performer and persona, a deliberate dazzle that has critics crowning it her career zenith. Imagine the attic scene's redux, post-faint. Yoo Jung, revived yet resolute, delivering takes with eyes that pierce the fourth wall, inviting us into madness's maw. It's a thrill laced with trepidation. Will this immersion exact further tolls? Yet her smile in rap interviews, weary but wickedly alive, assures us she's not just surviving stardom, she's scripting its next savage chapter. Fans, from Incheon aunties to global Gen Z scrolls, flood feeds with fervor, their cheers a chorus affirming her audacity. In a landscape of cookie-cutter crushes, Yoo Jung's gambit gleams, proof that true icons don't fade, they fester into something fiercely unforgettable. And as Dear X hurtles toward its horizon of reckonings, one lingers on her collapses not as defeat, but as the dramatic pause before the storm's savage crescendo. A star's sacrifice for stories that scar and soothe in equal measure. Her legacy, ever unfolding, whispers a truth as old as the reels. The greatest performances aren't played, they're paid for, one faltering breath at a time.